What is going on, guys? It is JRSD here, and I'm here for Wood Season 6. So, a couple weeks ago, we did the draft breakdown with a couple of buddies, and the league has started. But I was away for a bit, so couldn't record. And so I'm going to do weeks 1 and 2 this week, because they're both done. And yeah, so to refresh on my team, Mega Scizor, Pelipper, Serperior, Tornadus, Raikou, Kingdra, and then Drapion, Rhydon, Clefairy, Dreadnought, and Dusknoir. So standard rain with Pelipper, we got Torn in there, we got Mega Scizor, pretty good there. So week 1, we are facing the Alaska Wurmples, and Coach, I don't remember which, I think it's Raventhor, possibly. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, whatever. So they had Urshifu, Single, Jirachi, Togekiss, Rotom-Heat, Mega Charizard, Celebi, Blastoise, Grimmsnarl, and Diglett. As you can see, and as I saw, week 1, they did not have their water resist was Celebi, so they did not have rain switch-ins very well. So I was very excited about that, and I prepped kind of quick because of that, I think, and I probably should have not done that. So first up, Damp Rock, Defensive, Mouthy, the Pelipper. Then we had Life Orb, Swords Dance, 3 attack, Dreadnought with Mega Horn for the Celebi. We had Toxic Spikes, Taunt, Defensive Drapion. We had Karachi, shout out to Karachi Kingdras, with Life Orb, Sub, and 3 attacks. Especially Defensive Clefairy, and then a Choice Scarfed Tornadus Eye form. So we'll just get into battle. We're going to do both, so yeah, it'll be kind of a quicker thing for each game, but hopefully you'll see right off the bat that it's going to be a fun league. So he goes for Thunder Wave right off the bat. As I go for Taunt, he obviously can't use Thunder Wave against me because I'm a Dark type. And I just go for T-Spike there. He goes Jirachi, and I go for a knockoff. Knock off the leftovers as he goes into Charizard. Yeah, it is Raventhor. So he goes Charizard. This thing was scary because if it got to +2, it basically just swept my team. So that's fun. So yeah, so Pelipper on the Dragon Dance, he goes for Dragon Claw. I go for the U-turn here, as I couldn't kill him, but Kingdra can force him out in the rain. As I just go for the Draco Meteor, it does half to the Celebi. And with the Toxic Spike being there, it's pretty nice. Celebi's kind of hard-walled by Drapion, so that was a good switch in there. 25% on the Celebi there, as I pulled a double into Tornadus, and free Hurricane right there, basically. So I go for Hurricane again, it does 57, and he goes for Flare Blitz, taking the Charizard all the way down to 9% as he goes into Grimmsnarl. It does not 2-hit KO after the poison damage, but he's able to get up screens as I get paralyzed, which kind of sucked. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. As we take out the Grimmsnarl with Drapion, he's able to go into the Onion Head here and Healing Wish into the Charizard, and it becomes a problem at that point. He does continue to get poisoned as I go into Pelipper, but now he has screens up, so he has no reason to fear, and he's able to go straight for a second Dragon Dance. I go for Scald, does barely anything, just the light screen up. And he has Roost. So this is a problem at this point, because I know that it outspeeds Kingdra in the rain, and Dreadnought in the rain, and Scarf Tornadus, and kill all of them. So it's tough. So I go into Clefairy here. I set up a Wish. as he goes for a third Dragoness, because he couldn't OHKO, I think, is what the issue there was. He goes into he goes for a Roost, and I go into Drapion, hoping that he Flare Blitz and kind of take himself out with HP loss eventually. I just click Moonblast with Fairy there, and now I have no rain, so that's fun as well. I basically have to get it to a point where it will die to poison before I lose. That's basically what it's at. So he's able to take out my Clefairy and my Kingdra and my Tornadus, finally dying to poison, and Dreadnought is able to come out and he's going to Thunder Wave me, which basically gives him the game, because he could flinch me down, basically. But I do get off one liquidation, but the para basically means that I lose to Blastoise either way. But yeah, so we take the 1-0 loss in week 1. Yeah, I basically prepped too quickly and did not have a response to Charizard really, even though I had Rain, which is interesting. But yeah, so week 2, we were facing Spirefan, and he had Mega Venusaur with Xurkitree, Torkoal, Incineroar, Blacephalon, Terrakion, Oswald, Hypno, Ditto, and Mandibuzz. So basically threats everywhere, and then the core defensive Pokemon of Mandibuzz, Torkoal, and Mega Venusaur. Again, a team without... He doesn't have a water type, so he doesn't have a water resist, other than Mega Venusaur, which also dies to Hurricane a lot of the time. So week number 2, I brought specially defensive Pelipper. This was mainly for Venusaur and Blacephalon, as Blacephalon can't really touch me in the rain with its fire moves, and it doesn't get an electric type move or anything like that. Then we brought Heavy Duty Boots, Nasty Plot, Tornadus with Defog. We brought Sub-Calm Mind, Raikou, and then especially defensive Rhydon. Obviously, Xurkitree had access to Energy Ball, but this was good for the Torkoal, and basically just a rocker on my team Toxic. We eject Pack, switch to Kingdra this time for the rain, so Draco Meteor something and get immediately switched out, which is cool. And then Choice Band Dusknoir, which is super cool. So this was fast enough to outspeed Torkoal, and I think a min speed Mandibuzz and stuff. Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak, Earthquake, Rock Slide, hit everything on his team, and he doesn't have a normal type. So Poltergeist, I mean, aside from an Incineroar who gets hit by Earthquake, Rock Slide, it was pretty free to click Poltergeist versus his team. Even Mandibuzz didn't like it. So yeah. So, alright, I'm back. So yeah. So, starting off this one, I saw that he has Spin on Torkoal as his only removal, and that's, well, Terrakion had rocks as well, but Torkoal has rocks, probably. So I led with the Rhydon, hoping for a Terrakion or a Torkoal lead, but he leads with the Xurkitree. Here I scout right away for the Energy Ball, as of course he has it. Keep getting interrupted. Anyway, so swap out into Raikou here on the Energy Ball. Obviously, oh my god, obviously does a lot. Xurkitree does a lot. Oh, bless me. And so Torkoal comes in as I go for extra sensory. A leftovers recovery. I go for sub here. Thinking he might just set up rocks, and then maybe I can start combining it. But I do start combining either way. but he reveals to have Scorching Sands, which is super cool. So that breaks my stuff. I get a Thunderbolt off. He goes for Scorching Sands again, and he goes into Ditto, which is, I mean, it was okay. I did more with Extra Sensory than he did to me because Ditto has way less HP than Raikou does. So I just go for Extra Sensory there. He locks himself into Extra Sensory, so I'm able to go into Ride On there. And here I figured he'd switch, but he actually just plays for the flinch. And I get up rocks. He gets the flinch on the second one, which sucks for me. And he goes into Torkoal and dies to rocks there as I go into Pelipper. He goes Xurkitree right on the Pelipper. I go Ride On here, and he goes for Zap Cannon. So that is hilarious for him. As he goes for Energy Ball there, boosts his special attack. I go for Kingdra, and I think I just go for Draco Meteor here. I do, into Venusaur. That's a lot of damage, and I get ejected out of there into Tornadus. And Tornadus is able to pick up the kill on Mega Venusaur. With the Hurricane, I just go for Hurricane on this thing again, as he misses the Zap Cannon for the first time. But he actually has Thunderbolt and Blunder Policy, so that's kind of intense. And but I still outspeed in the rain at +2, like double speed. Kingdra outsped the man. Either way, I sack Raikou here to his Ditto Kingdra, and then I'm able to go into Dusknoir here and basically claim a KO. I go for Shadow Sneak though. I don't know, I should have just gone for Poltergeist, but I thought I could maybe sweep with Poltergeist, whatever. So yeah, so Dusknoir wins at this point anyway. The Stone Edge miss doesn't really matter at that point. Blacephalon actually goes for Sunny Day, which is kind of funny. And then he goes into Ditto, getting my rain back up, figuring probably that I would go into... I'm not sure. But yeah, so here I'm able to sweep with Shadow Sneak from Banded Dusknoir. Yeah, so shout out Glitch City for the music. So yeah, after 2 weeks we are 1-1 +2. Still not brought Superior or Meg Scissor, which is interesting. Tomorrow or this week we play the Karachi Kingdras and my man Uzi. Torn with 2 kills, Drapion with 2 kills, and Dusknoir with 2 kills so far this season. Dusknoir is a plus differential there, which is cool. Good to see Dusknoir doing some stuff early. Yeah, so Wood Season 6. Let me know in the comments. Do you like the two week at a time format? I don't know how I feel about it. I could definitely do it, but I will be uploading IBL Finals sometime this week, because that is over as well. And then I'll be uploading the rest of the Woods Draft League here. We have, what, 7 weeks to go. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Comment down below whether you prefer this 2 week at a time kind of thing, or whether you would like to return to 1 week, if you care at all. Who knows? So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.